Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. I'm Big Al Cox. I like to attempt to save various items from the landfill, like this 2014 Troy-Bilt Bronco. I previously installed new blades, air filter elements, changed the oil and filter and the fuel filter. The owner has since mowed with it a few times. Now the mower won't start. Well, I have determined that the fuel shutoff solenoid mounted in the carburetor's bowl on the bottom is not working. No fuel equals no start. The way to test this solenoid is to turn the key without rotating the engine and listen for the solenoid to click. If there's no click, it's not working. The solenoid can be replaced, but I'm thinking with the age of this mower being 12 years old at this point, it may be wise just to replace the carburetor. My good buddies at HiPA sells this new carburetor at around 10 bucks on their website. I will leave a link to that in the description of this video. On the airbox back are 3 bolts to remove. I'll start with this 11mm. A smaller 10mm bolt is on the left side. On top of the airbox plate there is an 8mm bolt to remove. With those 3 bolts removed, the plate will come free. There's a vent tube connected on this side of the plate and another vent tube that is connected here. With the airbox removed, there is good access to the carburetor. I'm going to disconnect the wire that runs to the solenoid. The carburetor will not slide off the mount studs without hitting the mower frame, so this intake mount has to come off. And that is an 8mm bolt. Take note that the ground wire to the solenoid also connects here. Now I can separate the carburetor from the intake mount. One of the mounting studs remain attached to it on the right side. Now the carburetor is free of the machine. Disconnect the fuel line and plug the gas line. Pay close attention to how your governor and choke linkages connect to the carburetor. The small governor spring, or the anti-flutter linkage tension spring, clips into the hole on the right of the governor. I'm going to treat my new gaskets with my favorite thing, which is Napa axle and bearing grease. You can use grease gun grease or any standard grease. This will help preserve the gasket, make it easier to take back off down the road if needed. Slide the intake mount on the left stud onto the intake. Then I'm going to go ahead and put my intake gasket on there.
And I'll keep this one as long as I mow, because my goal is...
Don't tighten the bolt all the way up because you're going to need it loose to get the carburetor mounted back in place.
But the steak is the best steak you can get anywhere. They have the best biscuit gravy.
Reconnecting the governor throttle linkage. The small anti-flutter tension spring goes in the small hole on the right of the governor linkage.
He had an edger, 2 weed eaters.
Then reconnect the choke linkage.
Man, he had a big old, a big fucking.
Now I can slide the carburetor back onto the mounting studs.
Cost a lot of money to
Me
keep.
and Troy's going to Winston Lake Sunday.
Are you?
Yeah, 9:30. We ain't never played there.
I was thinking about Gina when I put this
But the longest
bolt
hole-
on because I plumb forgot the solenoid ground wire.
It's a par 5.
Gina!
What I'm looking for is to score big. We've had a couple of close calls. I shot a 79 once this year. He shot an 80. $100 pair and $100 for my magazine.
Mistake corrected.
That's part of my $1,100.
Now we'll prepare my outer gasket that goes between the carburetor and the airbox plate.
$38. I'm almost
The outer gasket can go on now.
$2,800 an hour.
All the linkages are hooked up and that HiPA carburetor looks mighty beautiful on there.
That was fun.
Next I can connect the power to the terminal on the fuel shutoff solenoid. Quickly reconnecting the fuel line here.
Fuel's flowing.
Slide the clamp back onto the stem connection. Reconnecting this vent tube. There's also another one I'll show you in a minute.
I'm gonna tell you now, you're gonna be disappointed.
Really?
Now I can set the plate back on the mounting studs and reinstall the 8, 10, and 11 millimeter bolts. This vent tube slides into the cavity of the airbox plate. Everything is back in place. New HiPA solenoid carburetor, new gaskets. This unit should fire right up. Reinstalling the top 8 millimeter bolt. Looking good so far. It's time to turn it over and see what happens.
Might make me some money one day. Hold on, let me get my keys out here. Let's see, is it these? Yeah, that's it.
Moment of truth.
Alright. This is where I always done it before.
Looks as though the reason it's not firing, Joe, is because the choke's not engaging. Now to solve that problem, I will have to loosen this nut on the telemetry plate here and adjust the cable and throttle control on the mower to open the choke. Let's get the telemetry adjusted here. I'm going to start by loosening this nut. You don't need to take it off.
He misses the day she gets mad at me.
Oh yeah.
I was like, fuck that, man. He said, just a redhead, man. I said, I don't give a damn what she is. I be telling him.
I'm going to set my throttle control on the mower to be set at full choke. I've closed my choke with the lever on the plate. Now I will tighten the nut back down. With the cable pulled a little forward on mine, in my case anyway, then tighten back down, I have full control of my choke again. And I should have full throttle speed control. Okay, let's try it again with the cable control adjusted.
Sounds good. What we want.
Love it.
Now we can get the air box and elements back on.
All right.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Now I won't even need to hold this up whenever I'm cranking.
That's great. That new HiPA carburetor saved this Troy-Bilt Bronco. Amazing. How much would a shopper charge for this repair? Probably around $200 or better. Save yourself some money. HiPAstore.com.
Nice.
Happy customer. Alan Cox is the shit.
New HiPA carburetor and gaskets adjusting the throttle control has this 2014 Troy-Bilt Bronco saddled and ready to ride again. These are decent mowers. Just look out after them, keep up the maintenance. They'll give you years of service. This one is actually in good shape for its age. It could stand new tires, but other than that, that's the only thing I can see. I've left a link in the description of this video to buy the HiPA carburetor replacement for this Troy-Bilt 17 horsepower Kohler engine. Alright, it's the end of a long day of mowing, then going to do that repair. Was a fun one. Helped out my good friend Jeff. And thanks to HiPAstore.com and Napa Auto Parts at 1402 National Highway in Thomasville. Just headed back to the shop here. Off to the left here on the Fairfield Street in High Point, North Carolina, this is where they make all the Thomas-Bilt buses that the kiddos ride on. Rather large complex. Then off to the right here is one of their storage lots. They have a few others around here. Thomas-Bilt buses. Let me and others know in the comment sections about your experiences with a Troy-Bilt Bronco mower. Thanks for watching. Please like the video if you did. There is a subscription option if you'd like to keep up with the latest videos from this channel. And until the next time, I'm Big Al Cox, and I wish you many blessings from my shop to yours.